towards the end of the season, I didn't feel as strong. It's like I usually like that 16-win season. It's a different type of body you have to have. So that's what this summer's about. Hey.
Nets World, it's your boy AJ back again. It's Nets Kingdom, hashtag we go hard. Make sure you guys hit that like button, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you don't miss any breaking Nets news. And follow me on Instagram at NetsKingdom711_. Again, if you support Nets Kingdom, if you support this channel, please follow us on Instagram and all our socials. So the title of the video is the Nets defer the draft pick. But before we get into that, I want to get into some other news. So just stick around. Now, the first news I have is the Nets are interested in hiring Phil Handy. Now, let me read what Mark Stein wrote. Mark Stein wrote that Handy could be a candidate for a Nets assistant job, perhaps the job Adam Harrington, director of development in Brooklyn for 6 years, is about to leave. Stein has reported that the Nets are interested in Phil Handy. So if you guys don't know who Phil Handy is, he is one of the best development and skills coaches in the NBA. He has been grinding in the NBA for years now. He has a couple of rings on his finger. He's currently with the Lakers. I think he's about to leave the Lakers, but hopefully hopefully Sean Marks does his due diligence and hires Phil Handy. Now Handy has a very, very close relationship with Kyrie. As you guys know, he won a ring with Kyrie in 2016. And I'll read this quick quote that he said about Kyrie. He said, obviously, me and Kyrie spent 4 years together in Cleveland. Tremendous growth for him. When I got to Cleveland, he was still a young kid, just trying to figure it out. I was able to help him learn how to be a pro, and our relationship went way further than basketball. So again, Phil Handy could be a detrimental, great part if we add him to this team. Another coach that can hold Kyrie and KD accountable. Another coach that they can lean on for advice, for growth. It's just a very good coach in this league that we need to hire, since we just fired most of our assistant coaching staff, besides Jacques Vaughn. So let me know how you guys feel about Phil Handy possibly being an assistant coach for the Brooklyn Nets. Now the next news is free agency. Again, free agency is still 6 weeks away in July. Now June 29th is the deadline for Patty Mills opt-in, Kyrie's opt-in, if they want to opt-in or not, and also the team options on Kessler and other players. So we got to stick around for that. Now, the Nets have 8 free agents as well as Patty Mills player option to deal with. Now, the Nets can utilize their taxpayers MLE worth $6.3 million to bring in someone. Now, assuming that Kyrie, Clax, and Bruce all return and Patty Mills opts in, you still have 6 roster spots to fill plus 2 two-ways. That's a lot of spots to fill with little money to fill them. Again, guys, so the Nets don't really have a lot of money. Now that we deferred our draft pick, it's either Sean Marks hits off with a trade, or he kind of bodies free agency, uses our MLE, and finds veteran MLE kind of guys to help this team. Those are really our only options going forward in the offseason, since we're not drafting. Now, that doesn't mean that we can't still hit it off with a trade, still package trade deals, or still find key free agents in the free agency market. Now we get to the pick. The Nets have informed the league that the 76ers pick, we defer the unprotected first round pick till 2023. So now Brooklyn now holds the Philly first in 2023, as well as their own first in 2023, 2025, 2027. Now, if you look up on the screen right here, shout out to Billy Reinhardt. He kind of broke it down really perfectly right here. It just basically says, now that we don't have no picks in the 2022 draft, right? So now we deferred it till next year. Now we have the Phillies first for 2023, and then you see here we have a first. Also, we have a first, but Houston has the right to swap. Most likely, Houston's not going to swap because we're going to be better than them. Now we have no picks in 2024, 2025. We have a first, Houston's right to swap, Miami second, and in 2026 we have a second. So again, the future kind of looks good as far as draft picks looks. It's interesting to see what the Nets will do with that 2023 first. Hopefully, if Philly has a worse record, or if Philly implodes, then that just boosts our pick, and that can also be an asset to us, and then to float around the picks that we could actually trade in trades. If Sean Marks wants to break down a trade, we could use that Philly 23, that Philly 27, and then Brooklyn 28. If Sean Marks wants to do a trade and get kind of asset or get wings or get players that we need for this off season, he could float those picks around. So we do have some draft assets that we could use to get trades off, to package for deals. But let me know in the comments how you guys feel about us deferring the pick. Are you guys happy? Are you guys upset that we are not drafting? Are you guys still gonna watch the NBA draft? I'm still gonna watch it, because if you guys don't know, Sean Marks does make a lot of moves during the draft. I know we don't have draft picks, but don't be surprised if you see a little, a little pick, maybe a little trade, a little something. I feel like Sean Marks might have something up his sleeve for the draft, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. But let me know in the comments how you guys feel about the Nets deferring the draft pick. And also let me know in the comments how you guys feel about what videos you guys want to see next, because we're heading into, now that we passed the June 1st deadline, now it's just waiting until the June 29th for the Kyrie news. That's the big thing. Actually, we'll start probably in the middle of June. Then we'll probably start hearing like murmurs about if Kyrie's going to opt in or what the Nets offer him. I think I will expect that news in the middle of June, like June 8th, 15th to 20th. And then the 29th, Kyrie that's the deadline. He has to decide if he wants to opt in for that 35 mil for 1 year, or he wants to decline it and then extend. We'll just see what happens on that June 29th. And then after that, we go straight into free agency. And also June 29th, don't forget about Patty, if he wants to opt in or not. And then after that, we go straight into free agency. That's where Sean Marks has to work his magic. Either use the MLEs to get guys, or sign veteran minimum guys that will help us. I think my next video would be a free agency video, because I know you guys been asking for what free agents are going to be on the market. What free agents should we target? I think I'll do a video on that next. But again, let me know. Give me your thoughts, give me your ideas. Again, it's the off season. Sorry for the slow news and for the slow, the slow uploads. But again, it's the off season. We got swept. It's just frustrating. I'm still upset we got swept, y'all, man. But shout out to you guys. Love y'all, man. Hit that like button for me. It's your boy AJ. I'm out.